Well, I messed up and as usual, I went through all of my recordings all in order. I do all my recordings and then I do all my editing. And not a single video has sound. It's because I got a Windows update last night and I forgot that sometimes when there's a Windows update, my mic device changes IDs and OBS does not find it. And so OBS did not capture any of my microphone audio. I don't even have bad audio to capture. There's literally no audio, completely silent videos. So um, I'm going to salvage my Sudoku videos. I'll just re-record those. I'll resolve them. But I don't really have time or energy to redo all of the other videos. So there's just going to be Sudoku today. Sorry, I can talk about how I did on connections and stuff, so I'm just going to do that now. Don't keep watching if you haven't solved connections and mini and stuff like that. Connections, I got yellow first. So again, this is gonna have spoilers. I got yellow first. The breakfast sides. I did. The first thing I locked in though was I saw last names of actors, and I locked in Bacon with that for Kevin Bacon, along with Jeff Bridges, Jeremy Irons, and Joaquin Phoenix. And that was one away. So I knew that it was going to be last names of actors, but I didn't know which ones. I figured Washington would be the other one, but I didn't know what was missing. But then I saw that we had bacon, grits, hash, and toast for the yellow. So I locked in the yellow, and that told me that bacon went with the yellow. So then I locked in purple second. And then I got click, hits, presses, taps just because they were all third person verbs. So I figured they all went together. And finally, they have a horn just happened. Blue was very purpley today. Africa, bugler. I read it as bugler the entire time, which is funny, but it was supposed to be bugler, car and unicorn. So there's the horn of Africa, which is a geographical feature. We've got a bugler, someone who plays the bugle, has a horn, the bugle itself, the car horn and unicorn horn. So um, that was that. For the mini, I got it in I think 45 seconds, something like that. So I got, yeah, I just kind of filled it out. I think I got three of the acrosses, shark, Latin, and steel, and then I just filled out the downs one at a time, and it just kind of happened. So pretty easy today. For strands, I didn't have to use any hints, but I did have trouble coming up with all the fashion things, and I got the 80s basically last. The spanogram. I didn't realize it was 80s. I saw that 8 was there, but it didn't occur to me that we were talking about 80s fashion. So that was kind of a difficult one. For Wordle, I started with a fix, and then I went straight to train after a fix because I had a yellow A and a green I. And after train, I just did drain and then grain. I remembered this time that we've already had brain, but I don't remember what of train and drain we've had. But so I got it in 4. Lots of greens today. Train, drain, grain, right? Fix actually ended up not being as bad of a start as I thought, considering my follow up. Um, the minute cryptic, I used the hint to figure out that it was. I used the hint because I couldn't figure out what the definition was, and it told me it was an andlet. Once I figured out it was an andlet, I figured occasionally skinned by a fifth grader was just going to be the knee because they skinned the knee. But I did not figure out why the wordplay was knee, and I had to watch the explanation for that. Um, but in case you're curious, occasionally was our indicator. I thought skinned would be our indicator, like removing the first and last letter would be skinned. But actually, occasionally was our indicator, and every other letter of skinned is K N E, and then the fifth letter of greater is E, and you get knee. All right. The Friday crossword, really a shame that doesn't have any audio, but I did pretty well. The top right corner, I got a lot of the words right away. But then it was a bit of a slog. There wasn't all that much I could look up. Um, and from there, I did end up using some hints from the article. But I did manage to finish it in about, I think, 35 minutes or so. I did do all the daily word games as well. Unfortunately, like not much to talk about with those. I just kind of went through them. In fact, it was I did pretty well today on all the games, which would have been a great video, but unfortunately, no sound. I'm not going to try to salvage it. So That's basically it. I will do all the Sudokus again. I'll just resolve them. Um, and other than that, cool. So that's my video for today. Sorry about that. I usually like do a test recording first, or like even like I'll do the Sudoku and then I'll just publish that right away. But today I was like, I just need to lock down and I need to get all the recordings done as quickly as possible, and there were a lot to get through. And unfortunately, um, that ended up meaning I um, didn't have sound on any of them because I didn't test any of the recordings. It's really bad practice. I should have at least made sure that the recordings were good. And I they've been good for so long. Like when you test and test and test every day, and they're all fine always, you get kind of used to that and then stop testing, which is what happened to me. But anyway, um, that's this is going to be the only video today other than Sudoku. As I said, hope you have a great day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.